I stare at the countdown on my laptop, fingers hovering over the keyboard. 6 hours, 43 minutes, until the presentation that will destroy everything my family pretends to be. My name is Zuriel, and tonight I'm going to burn down a legacy built on beautiful lies. Darling, the caterers need direction on the hors d'oeuvres placement. My sister Scarlett calls from across the ballroom, not bothering to look up from her phone. You don't mind handling that, do you? Since you're just helping out. Just helping out. Like I've been just helping out for the past 15 years at the Romero Foundation. I force a smile. Of course not. You're such a blessing, my mother says, patting my shoulder as she breezes past in her designer suit. If only you'd found your own path like your siblings, but at least you're useful here. I catch my reflection in the mirrored walls, simple black dress, minimal makeup, the eternal volunteer, the invisible daughter. Behind me, Tyrell is charming potential donors, his golden boy laugh echoing through the space. Remember, he'd said at brunch this morning, when you introduce me, mention the Thompson deal. It'll impress the board. He'd winked, completely unaware that I'd already traced that particular deal through 3 shell companies and back to his personal account. My phone buzzes, a text from Raylan. Everything set? I glance at my laptop one more time. The encrypted file is ready, backed up in 3 locations, 15 years of financial records, fake charities, embezzled donations, every receipt, every transfer, every lie. All set, I type back. Time to show them exactly how useful I can be. Another brilliant quarter, Tyrell announces at the board meeting, sliding glossy reports across the mahogany table. Our anonymous donors' contributions have transformed our reach. I hide my smirk behind my coffee cup. That would be my money, all 30 million of it, carefully funneled through a web of accounts that would make the IRS weep. Zuriel, be a dear and make copies of these for everyone, Scarlett says, barely glancing up from her iPad. Actually, I say, standing up, I have a presentation about our donor engagement strategies. The room falls silent. Scarlett's perfectly manicured fingers freeze mid-scroll. Oh, sweetie, my mother interjects, let's leave the financial discussions to your brother. You know numbers aren't your strong suit. If they only knew. Last week, I closed a deal worth 8 figures advising a fintech startup. The week before that, I'd caught Garrett, dear Scarlett's husband, transferring foundation money into his private real estate ventures. Just a few quick points, I persist, connecting my laptop to the projector. The screen flickers to life, showing a complex web of transactions. Tyrell's face tightens. Sister, this isn't really the time. See this account here? I point to a highlighted line. Interesting activity. Almost like someone's been playing shell games with donor money. That's enough, Scarlett snaps, but I catch the panic in her eyes. You're right, I say, shutting my laptop. It is enough, but don't worry. I'm saving the full presentation for tonight's gala, when all our biggest donors will be watching. I walk out, leaving them in stunned silence. Behind me, I hear Tyrell's chair scrape back. She's bluffing, he says. She has to be. Wrong again, big brother. So very wrong. They're scrambling, Raylan says, sliding into the coffee shop booth across from me. She pushes her laptop over, showing me security footage from the foundation's offices. Terrell's been shredding documents all morning. Too late, I say, taking a sip of my latte. I've had copies for months, including the wire transfers to his offshore account. You sure you want to do this? Once you pull this trigger? The bell above the door chimes, and Elisa, one of our board members, hurries in. Her face is drawn with worry as she sits beside me. I had to warn you, she whispers. Terrell's on the phone with lawyers. Scarlett's spinning some story about you having mental health issues, claiming you're unstable. I laugh, pulling out my phone. Play this. Tyrell's voice fills our corner. No one ever suspects her. She just wants attention. The stupid little volunteer always trying to prove herself. Elisa's eyes widen. Last week, I've been recording everything for months. Every meeting, every threat, every dismissive comment. There's more, Raylan adds, pulling up financial records. Show her the yacht photos. I slide over my tablet, displaying images of Scarlett and Garrett on a luxury yacht, paid for with donation money meant for homeless shelters. Dear God, Elisa breathes. Does your mother know? Mom sees what she wants to see. Always has. My phone buzzes, a text from Scarlett. Family emergency meeting. Now. They're getting desperate, Raylan warns. I stand, gathering my evidence. Good. Let them sweat. In 6 hours, everyone will know exactly who they really are. Zuriel, Elisa catches my arm. Be careful. People like this when cornered. Don't worry, I smile. I learned from the best how to play dirty. The Gala ballroom sparkles with wealth and self-congratulation. I adjust my emerald dress, the first designer piece I've ever worn in front of my family. Tonight, I'm done playing the shabby volunteer. There's my beautiful children, Mom gushes, pulling Scarlett and Tyrell close for photos. I remain invisible behind my clipboard, watching the photographer capture their perfect smiles. And now, Mom announces to the gathering crowd, we celebrate the unity and shared values that make our family foundation a beacon of hope. My phone vibrates. Raylan's message makes my blood freeze. They changed the AV schedule. They suspect something. I sprint to the control room, heels clicking against marble. The tech guy looks up, startled. Sorry, but Mr. Tyrell said, did he tell you he's under federal investigation? I pull out my foundation ID. Check your email. I just sent you proof of illegal financial activities. Do you really want to be complicit? His face pales as he scans his inbox. I didn't know. Let me fix the schedule. Or don't. And explain to the FBI why you helped cover up fraud. Back in the ballroom, Tyrell corners me by the champagne table. Whatever you think you're doing, stop. You're embarrassing yourself. Funny, I say, taking a sip. That's exactly what you said when I caught you forging donation records last year. No one will believe you over me, he hisses. You're nothing but a delusional... 9:43. I cut him off, checking my watch. That's when your world ends. Better straighten your tie for the cameras, brother. His face contorts, but before he can respond, Mom's voice rings out. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, the reveal of our mysterious benefactor. I smile. Showtime. Before we reveal our generous donor, Scarlett purrs into the microphone, I'd like to share how this foundation has transformed lives. Actually, I cut in, striding onto the stage, I think it's time for the truth. The spotlight swings to me. Scarlett's smile freezes. Security, Tyrell calls out, but I'm already at the podium. That mysterious donor you're all so excited to meet? I grab the microphone. That's me. I've given $30 million to this foundation over the past 5 years. Gasps ripple through the crowd. Mom grabs the edge of her table, face ashen. But that's not the real story, I continue, nodding to the AV booth. The screens behind me flicker to life. The real story is what happened to that money. Zuriel, don't! Mom pleads suddenly beside me. Think about what you're doing to this family. Family? I laugh. Let's talk about family. Let's talk about how Tyrell used donation money to buy his vacation home in Aspen. The screen shows property records, bank transfers. Or how about Scarlett's PR firm charging the foundation triple market rates? Or Garrett's real estate schemes. You're lying, Scarlett shrieks, but her mascara is already running. Am I? I pull out my phone. playing the recording. Tyrell's voice fills the ballroom, discussing offshore accounts with Garrett. Mom knew, I reveal, turning to face her. Didn't you, Mom? You knew they were stealing, but keeping up appearances mattered more than doing right. The room erupts in chaos. Donors stand up, phones out, recording everything. Journalists scribble frantically. You've destroyed us, Tyrell growls. No, I reply, voice clear and strong. You did that yourselves. I'm just turning on the lights. The ballroom descends into pandemonium. Donors rush for the exits, phones pressed to their ears, canceling pledges in real time. Journalists swarm like sharks scenting blood. This is a misunderstanding, Tyrell shouts over the chaos. My sister is mentally unstable. Is that why you signed these tax documents? I click to the next slide. Or why you authorized these transfers to shell companies? Two men in suits appear at the back entrance. Garrett spots them and bolts for the side door. FBI, one calls out. Mr. Gonzalez, stay where you are, Scarlett screams as they tackle her husband to the ground. You set this up, she snarls at me. You vindictive little... Actually, I interrupt, the FBI's been watching Garrett for months. I just helped connect some dots. Mom stumbles forward, tears streaking her carefully applied makeup. Why? Why would you humiliate us like this? Humiliate you? My voice breaks. For 15 years you humiliated me, called me worthless, treated me like your unpaid help. Well, guess what? While you were all stealing from charity, I built my own empire. Every cent I donated was clean, which is more than I can say for this family. You'll never prove anything, Tyrell threatens, but his hands are shaking. I smile, pulling out a USB drive. Everything's here. Every transaction, every fake charity, every forged signature, plus 15 years of recorded conversations. You really should be more careful what you say around the stupid volunteer. The FBI agent approaches. Ms. Ryan will need your statement. Behind me, the screens continue cycling through evidence, each image another nail in my family's gilded coffin. Sometimes karma needs a little help showing up on schedule. The morning news explodes with headlines. Charity scandal rocks elite family. Raylan brings me coffee as I watch Tyrell being led out of his office in handcuffs on live TV. Your sister's PR firm just filed for bankruptcy, she says, scrolling through her phone. And 3 board members have already agreed to testify. My phone rings, Mom's number. I decline it for the 5th time today. Ms. Ryan? A sharp-suited woman approaches our table. Zachary Woods, from the Times. I'd like to tell your side of the story. There's nothing to tell, I start, but Raylan kicks me under the table. Actually, she says, there's 15 years of story to tell. The cafe door chimes. Scarlett walks in, designer sunglasses hiding her eyes. She looks smaller somehow without her usual entourage. 2 minutes, she says, sliding into our booth. That's all I'm asking. I nod to Zachary. Stay. This should be interesting. I hate you, Scarlett whispers, voice raw, but I need to know. Was any of it real? Did you ever actually love us? Did you ever love me? I counter. Or was I just convenient? The family volunteer, good for grunt work and taking blame? We were protecting you. She rips off her glasses. Her eyes are red. You were always so different. You thought I was weak, I finish. That's why you never saw me coming. Zachary's pen scratches across his notepad. And now? What happens to the foundation? I pull out a folder. Everything goes to a blind trust. New board, new management, real charity work, not a piggy bank for rich kids playing philanthropist. You've ruined everything, Scarlett chokes out. No, I reply softly. I fixed it. There's a difference. The courtroom empties after Tyrell's sentencing. 7 years for fraud and embezzlement. Garrett got 5, while Scarlett accepted a plea deal, house arrest and mandatory restitution. You could have warned me, Mom says, catching me in the hallway. She looks older now, her designer clothes replaced by something more modest, given me a chance to make it right. Like all those chances you gave me? I adjust my blazer. I sent you proof of their stealing 3 times over the years. You ignored every email. I was trying to protect our legacy. No, you were protecting your image. There's a difference. She pulls out an envelope. I wrote you a letter. Keep it. I turn away, but she grabs my arm. Please. I know I failed you, but you're still my daughter. Am I? Because for 15 years, I was just the embarrassing volunteer, the failure, the disappointment. My voice cracks. Do you know what that does to someone? Tears roll down her cheeks. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I know you are. Now. Outside, Raylan waits with Zachary. His article exposing the scandal has already won journalism awards. Ready for your next adventure? Raylan asks. I nod. The new foundation launches next week, with actual oversight and transparent accounting. Real help for real people. Was it worth it? Zachary asks, notebook ready. Getting justice but losing your family? I watch Mom walking alone to her car, shoulders bent. Somewhere, Scarlett's planning her comeback. Tyro's learning prison protocols. Our perfect family portrait lies in shattered pieces. They lost me long before I exposed them, I say finally. The difference is, now they know it. I step into the sunlight, leaving the shadows behind. Sometimes the truth hurts. Sometimes it sets you free.